Hey, good afternoon, guys. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Welcome back to J Paranormal, where I'm discussing Cobra Kai. And I got a Cobra Kai theory that I'm going to throw a curveball to everybody. Anyway, subscribe, like the video. I got some insights about Cobra Kai. I'm not trying to clickbait you here, but I did live in Studio City out in Los Angeles for almost 7 years. I do know a couple of people out there. I mean, they're keeping everything very, very tight-lipped. But, if I hear anything from some friends, I'll definitely let you guys know. But I got a theory I want to throw out there for you guys. They're talking about this Okinawa trip, and it's been rattling around in my head, and I normally don't think about shows like this anymore because I don't really find too much interesting stuff on TV, but this Cobra Kai show, I'm telling you, if not the best, definitely top 3 on TV, and now that it's moving to Netflix, even better, best choice it could have made. But going to Okinawa, other than him having memories, of Okinawa, what's the point? Think about it, right? So I've been thinking about, obviously, Mr. Miyagi, Pat Morita, may he rest in peace. He was the man. He's Mr. Miyagi, and I feel like Daniel is going over to Okinawa to consult with one of his family members or something like that, because I can't really think of any characters he would go back and really see or think of a storyline that could really go into this. I mean, the girl that he was seeing or that was supposed to come over from there, who wound up didn't because she found a dancing job somewhere in Japan or someplace else in Japan, because he's married, and the guy he fought, it just doesn't make sense. But what does kind of make sense is his brother. And maybe, I don't know if that gentleman is living, but maybe somebody else, because don't forget it was almost 30 years ago, could play his role. But I feel like now that Kreese is back, I feel like a character like that is almost needed. Someone that Daniel can go to for some guidance, because I feel like his marriage is going to definitely be on the rocks this year. It's going to definitely be tested. I mean, come on, he can't just close up and stop doing karate. I mean, what's the point of continuing with the show then, But I think a character like a Mr. Miyagi or somebody from his family is going to really step in and is going to play a major role, I think, continuing. Again, kind of to be, that enemy or whatever you want to call it of Kreese. Because, I think eventually Johnny and Daniel are gonna, come together. And I think this season they'll slowly but surely start coming together. But, their beef, so to speak, that's part of the show. That's part of the drama. I think really expect that, the writers, I give them a lot of credit. I mean, coming from filming or writing movies like The Hot Tub Time Machine, which, don't get me wrong, I love those movies, to something like this, I think they're geniuses. And I just feel like, and I haven't heard this in the community at all, I just feel like a character like that is needed, and I think would give a big push to the show. Number one. That's my number one theory. My number 2 theory is more of a long-term. I think every season, because obviously they don't just want to do this season and a 4th season, they want to be, going 10, 15, God willing, 20 seasons strong. I mean, again, having another Seinfeld or another Friends type of show out there is, wow, that's, pretty tough to do. But in order to go that far and maintain the distance, they're going to have to slowly but surely introduce new characters into the show as freshmen. Because obviously, unless they're going to go the route like 90210 did, I don't know, for you people who are closer to my age who remember that show, or Saved by the Bell, and they graduated high school, they went on to college, and, you know, and their ratings just went to crap, you know, and so I feel like they have to stay in the niche of the market they're in, or the demographics that they're trying to focus in right now, which is, you know, I mean, goodness, I think it really relates to, you know, I mean, my son is 8, you know, from 8 all the way up to 50, 60 years old, maybe, you know, but, you know, I think it's been such a success because it has been hooked up into the high school demographic in terms of, you know, the fighters. Obviously it's around Johnny is really the main character, and Daniel, but I think those two little freshmen that we saw in season 1 and season 2, I forgot their names, but I think they're going to have more of a greater role, because I think they're going to be around for a little bit longer. I think Robbie and Miguel, I mean, yes, for the next couple of seasons they're going to be big, but I mean, are they going to go to community college? I mean, like, I just hope they don't really take it in that direction, like they did the 90210 and the Saved by the Bell. But again, my next theory is I think every season you're going to see a couple of new characters coming in. And I think that's really the only way that this show is going to stay successful in the long run, is to have these characters keep coming in, you know, adding more drama, more stories. I think one of the main reasons why the first couple of seasons was so successful is because everyone loved the Karate Kid movies, and to see Johnny and Daniel come back, and, you know, like, that would be awesome, you know. And also I think, you know, because they're mentioning about going into the universe of Cobra Kai, and, you know, having some episodes as, you know, prequels of, you know, and I know this has been said before, about, you know, what has happened to them in the past 30 years. You have seen a glimpse of Daniel's life, you know, when he opened his first dealership, and, you know, that glimpse back with him and his wife in the car, you know, and celebrating, but not really in terms of Johnny. And you know, I think Johnny is definitely the main guy in the show. And, you know, with Kreese around, again, tying in that Mr. Miyagi character, I think that is going to be the biggest curveball, and I think that's needed. But again, in terms of these new kids, I think you're going to start seeing some good characters, new characters start coming up, because, you know, they got to keep this going. They got to keep it strong. I'm sure they have plenty on their plate for the next couple of years, but they want to keep it going longer than just 2 or 3 more seasons. You know, they want to try to milk this as long as possible, and to keep it the Cobra Kai show without any spin-offs or anything like that, they have to get some fresh talent in there. But anyway, I will be staying on YouTube, trying to give you guys some more input, as long as you guys are into it. You know, definitely subscribe and like. Let me know that you guys are into it, and I'll definitely share my thoughts, and anything I hear, you know, I'll definitely share on YouTube. And hope all is well, and I hope everyone has a great one.